What's up, everybody? How we doing, all right? How's all my Goombas doing out there? So, in the last video, we used the wet saw. Now, I said there's another way of making the cuts, right? So here we have is a towel hand cutter. So, a lot of times, different sizes, right? Different widths, what we have in the trade. Right now, I have this one here using as a Sigma hand cutter. Had this for quite some time, did a lot of work with it over the years in the towel industry as far as doing our bathrooms and our kitchen work that we do. But I wanted to go over this with some people as far as asked, how do you use this? Can get a little tricky in sometimes because what happens is you have to apply the proper pressure to the tile with the cutter as we score it. So what we're going to do is this tile cutter here, you have this piece here with the handle, right? So what you do, you put your tile down and then you will bring this handle down. And as you're doing that, there's a diamond blade that's on a diamond wheel actually on the bottom. What it'll do, it'll make a score mark on the actual tile that we're using. Once we get that score mark on it, we'll apply the pressure on the top and the towel will cut. And hopefully, again, with the proper pressure, it doesn't shatter. It does happen, don't get me wrong. A lot of people that are actually in the trades, happens as you start to learn, and then, you cut a couple of towels, you shatter a couple of towels, and before you know it, depending on if you're doing the job for a commercial job or homeowner's job or whatever, sometimes you have to buy some towels because if you're shattering the product, you got to make do with what you got, and you got to make sure you have the towels on the job site. We'll do a lot of practicing with it with some cut pieces, so this way at least you get the actual way of cutting. You get to learn it, and again, as you start to gradually do the work, you'll get accustomed to how the proper pressure that you have to apply when you're doing it. Okay, it does have the different plates. They do go. There is a little bit of give to it as well, so it does help you as far as when you're applying the pressure. But like I said, the piece that we need to cut right now is we need to make this piece 13 3/4. I already had made the mark. So what we do is we'll put out the arm to give us a little bit more support. We'll line this up so this way at least we can wind up having the diamond wheel mark go right onto the 13 3/4. And then what we'll do is we'll line it up. We'll apply the pressure. I give a little bit of support, resting my leg up against it so the hand cutter doesn't move. And then what I'll do is I will score it as we go. So now I did make my score. You bring the piece up to the top, and now what you'll do is you'll apply a little bit of pressure, and then you'll make your cut. And that's how you'll wind up leaving the excess here, and you'll come out with the piece that we need as far as for the 13 3/4. Like I had said as far as the measurement that we will need. The reason why I did a 13 3/4 and then I had also did a 5 3/4 on the last video, you will see as we start to do the installations why I'm making these cuts. You can make consistent cuts, especially with a hand cutter now too. You can take the 13 3/4 and you can line up and put this gauge here as well onto the straight edge. So this way, every tile that you cut, you will get consistent cuts of the 13 3/4 as you move along, and you need to have a little bit more speed on the job. It's all about speed, like I said, and you want to make sure that you make consistent cuts. You want to keep the cuts consistent, so this way at least the grout lines stay as even as possible. That's that's what we look for at all the times. Depending on what we're doing, whatever patterns we're doing, we want to make sure that the grout lines stay on, because again, that's the eye's going to see it. As far as if the grout lines are not on, people will walk into your job site and they will take notice if the grout lines are not on. And you want to make sure it is done the correct way, especially for the homeowners and for the contractors that we deal with. We like to give them a perfect job every time. So again, I mentioned this is the channel where I'm looking to do some home improvements and some work that we're going to be doing with the basically building my shop area. But along the way, we will come up with some information for the homeowners that are watching as we do build the shop. They are going to wind up seeing videos that we're going to be doing jobs, something as we speak. I'm doing a laundry room area that we're doing the tile installations. We do bathrooms, we do kitchens, we do floors. We're in the Long Island area. We do work all over the New York area, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan. I've been doing it for quite some time. And if you're interested, subscribe to the channel. I will answer any questions that you have. If you have any work that you need to have done and you want us to come out. Again, this is not geared more towards my contracting business. I'm looking to put this channel towards pretty much towards the building of my shop, and also doing a lot of other work as well. But we do come across some homeowners that are interested in having the work done, and I'd be more than happy to speak to you. If you have any questions, subscribe to the channel. And again, I like to get some feedback. If you like the information that I'm giving you, if you have maybe some pointers, you know, a lot of times some other people are watching my channel and they look for information, whether it's from me or so for some of my subscribers. I'd like to see if we can wind up building a network and have you know, contractors that are out there sometimes give some information as well. Again, we all learn from each other. I've been doing it for quite some time, but there's never a day that you don't learn something. You know, you can wind up doing it one way, and then before you know it, someone comes along and they give you a little pointer, and before you know it, you do it, and you have those people help you along the way. So if you could use this in any way to help you, whether it's with the hand cutter, whether it's with the wet saw, and in time we will be getting involved with the grinder, with the diamond wheel as well. But you have to make the decisions on what you're going to wind up doing, on which tile cutter you're going to use, depending on the pricing as well. You can pick these up at some of your big box stores as rentals, and you could rent them out or you could purchase them. And it's up to you. As far as if you're the average homeowner that likes to do this work, I'm sure you can get through it. It takes a little bit of patience, and along the way you'll be able to be tiling with the best of us. So if anything, like I said, drop me a line on the channel. Subscribe to the channel, please. And like I said, I'd like to hear the feedback. So we're basically going to be setting everything up. So in the time that you keep watching, you're going to keep learning, and I appreciate the feedback. So if everybody's happy with that, talk to you soon, okay? Pinkies up. Salute.